What's Limerick most famous for?
Feuds and drugs.
What? Feuds and drugs? No, not feuds and drugs. There was a young man from Cork who had an enormous... There was a young man from Nantucket. Now, if you come back at 6:30, I'll tell you the rest of that limerick. How about that? This isn't going to work. It just isn't going to work.
Oh, well, that'd be a pity.
I leave Griff to his ridiculous disguise and head to get a taste of the official poetry festival at the White House.
I'm Marty Mulligan from Mullingar in the middle of Ireland. Desireland. Inspireland.
I can confirm there was nothing as tawdry as a limerick.
And the little dog laughed to see such fun as the dish ran away with the hot spoon.
Instead, I'm treated to a proper evening of literary talent.
Ignore me at your peril. Entertain me at the risk of losing your life.
Oh, the Harlequin was dancing when they bet the ace of spades against the king of hearts.
But you don't want to see this, do you? No, you want to see this. Around the corner, at the Tom Collins pub, Rory's Renegade Limerick competition had also pulled a huge crowd.
Welcome to the Tom Collins pub, the best pub in Ireland. Hey! That my Guinness is assured now, thank you. Is that it? Lovely, thank you very much indeed. This is the special event. It's the first ever 3 men in a boat independent Limerick competition. It is also the last ever 3 men in a boat independent Limerick competition.
Yes, I've got a false beard and a dirty limerick, and I arrive just as the competition starts. Will I fool Rory?
So good luck, everybody, and can we have Limerick number 1?
In Limerick where once they did stay, 3 men shared a boat for the day. The sun it did shine, the river Shannon sublime, Irish sunburns the price they did pay.
There was an old man from Dingle, spent many a long year single. He looked near and far, in many a bar. Now, he's an alcoholic.
Good, that's good. One of my favourite limericks, which deliberately deviates from the form, which is quite a nice one, is there was a young bard from Japan whose limericks just wouldn't scan. I can manage the lines and the number of rhymes, it's just I try and cram as many words in the last line as I possibly can. Or there was a young man called Wyatt, whose voice was incredibly quiet, and then one day it faded away, and that was... Come on, number 11, where are you?
There was a lass a few miles from Kilkee who chatted up every man she could see. But when it came to a test, she was reckoned the best, because practice makes perfect, you'll see.
That's wonderful. Nice to have an autobiographical limerick. Number 14.
Even in a pub full of fat, hairy men, I look utterly improbable. But luckily, not as improbable as Rory.
A TV producer of note was convinced he could get crap to float. Jones, McGrath and O'Brien polluted the stream, and they called it 3 men in a boat.
We have a winner! Oh, he's in? I'd like to know who that was with that strange Jamaican accent. It was the accent that gave Griff away, and he was immediately disqualified.
Dad, well, I certainly fooled some of the people. If not, all of the time.
I said to Billy, I said, is that guy that drives the bus around Limerick? I said, you know, with the grey hair and the sidelocks, it's kind of hard. And he said to me, I don't know, I think it might be that guy.
I thought he drove a boat, but instead he drives a bus. So I definitely thought it was him.
He looked remarkably convincing as an Irishman, you know, with his big... I knew Griff, you know, when he actually was that shape, but I thought he looked very good, very Irish indeed. He looked like the Lord Mayor of Limerick.
Hopeless. It was hopeless, even as I stood there. Yeah, brilliant. stood over there. And the guy said, oh, no, I recognise you from somewhere. Are you the, oh, you're last of the summer wine.